A very good evening and welcome to News Plus Primetime News here on MTV Sports. I'm Ramesh Irugal Bandara.
Hello there, and I'm Kaushi Jayasekar. Let's now take a look at the headlines.
Preparations being made to increase water rates. Another 39 Sri Lankans taken into custody off Christmas Island by the Australian Navy. And world champion Spain thrashed Italy 4-0 to win the Euro 2012 Soccer Championship.
Now the story is in detail. It has been confirmed that the 39 asylum seekers taken into custody by the Australian Navy are in fact Sri Lankan nationals. However, Sri Lanka's Deputy High Commissioner to Australia, A.L. Ratnapala, stated that it has not yet been confirmed whether the Sri Lankans had in fact departed from Sri Lanka.
The group of 39 individuals was taken into custody by the Australian Navy off the coast of Christmas Island yesterday. The asylum seekers were making their way to Australia in a fishing vessel. Over the past 24 hours that ended at 12 noon today, 4 vessels carrying asylum seekers had arrived in Christmas Island. According to Australian media reports, 5,246 asylum seekers had arrived in Australia on 72 vessels this year. Some of these vessels have been wrecked off the coast of Christmas Island. The most recent incident took place in the 27th of June when a vessel carrying 150 asylum seekers were wrecked off the coast of Christmas Island. Meanwhile, on the 22nd of June, a vessel carrying nearly 200 asylum seekers also suffered the same fate.
Meanwhile, 6 individuals who were attempting to travel to Australia by sea have been arrested at the Calcutta beach. Police media spokesperson Superintendent Ajit Rona said that the suspects were arrested at dawn today following a tip-off. Police added that individuals are residents of the Walachina area.
The SLFP University Teachers Union held discussions with President Mahinda Rajapaksa at President's house in Kandy yesterday.
According to the President's media unit, attention was focused on the current issues in universities. During the discussion, attention was also focused on salary anomalies, the development of both physical and human resources, revising syllabuses and student programs. The SLFP University Teachers Union has requested the President to give a date to the Federation of University Teachers Association for discussion on their proposed strike action. The President's media unit added that the President has decided to call a meeting tomorrow, which will be presided by the Secretary to the President.
Now, when News First inquired from the President of the Federation of University Teachers Association, Dr. Nirbal Ranjit Devasri, about their participation in this meeting, he replied in the affirmative.
I was informed by an official from the Presidential Secretariat that there will be a meeting chaired by the Secretary to the Honorable Excellency the President tomorrow afternoon 4 o'clock. To look into the demands and concerns of university academics that have been put forward by the Federation of University Teachers Association. So that we have decided to attend the meeting, and also I would like to say that that we are happy that at least at the last moment the authorities have decided to talk to the FUTA directly in order to discuss these matters.
Former Army Commander Sarath Fonseca says that his political agenda is very simple. He expressed his view at a public meeting in Mathugama yesterday.
The public meeting was organized by UNP Kalutara District Parliamentarian Palita Tevara Peruma.
සමහරු කියනවා මම ඒකාධිපතිවාදියෙක් කියලා. තමුන්නාන්සේලා එහෙම හිතනවා.
Some say that I am a dictator. If you think so, then continue to call me like that. If you think that I'm a socialist, then continue to think that I'm one. If you think that I'm a Marxist or an extremist, then so be it. However, I have very simple policies. I spearheaded the war according to a different concept, and no one has given a name for that. Now through my political concept, I want to take this country into a different direction. Sarath Fonseca also explained as to why he contested the last general election separately from the United National Party. While I was in prison, I expressed my consent to contest the election under the UNP ticket. I said that if I was permitted to contest from Colombo, I will contest under the UNP ticket. The United National Party then asked me to enter parliament from the national list. I informed them that I have no intention to enter parliament from the national list and to allow me to contest. I was asked to contest from Kalania electorate against Mervyn Silva. I could have accepted the challenge if I remained outside. Therefore, I decided to contest separately if I am not allowed to contest from Colombo and to show that I have a mandate. By obtaining 100,000 preferential votes, I showed that regardless of party differences, people are with me.
Furthermore, the leader of the Democratic National Alliance, Sarath Fonseca, commented on an incident that took place last week where a group of his supporters were assaulted in the Battalu area in Mundalama. This was during a media briefing that was held today.
මේ අවස්ථාවේදී ආරච්චි කට්ටුව ප්‍රාදේශීය සභාවේ සභාපති කියන පුද්ගලයා
The chairman of the Arachikattur Pradeshya Sabha came and first removed the cutouts that were here. He returned once again and threatened the people who had gathered here to vacate the area within 3 minutes. None of the police officers who were there at the time fulfilled their responsibilities. This is the biggest issue. Incidents such as this occur due to this reason. We have decided to inform the IGP about the matter and lodge a written complaint with him. We know that the situation in the country is such today that even the police cannot carry out their duties.
පොලිසිය අයට වුණත් නිසි රාජකාරිය කරන්න බැරි තත්ත්වයක් අද රටේ උදා වෙලා තියෙනවා අපි දන්නවා.
මේ සම්බන්ධව පොලිසිය නිසි ක්‍රියාමාර්ග ගත්තේ නැත්නම් විත්තිකරුවන් අධිකරණයට ඉදිරිපත් කරේ නැත්නම්
If the police do not take necessary action in this regard and present the suspects before court, we will have to rally the people of this area against thuggery and police inaction and protest opposite the police station next week.
එරෙහිව මේ මරකම් වලට එරෙහිව අදාළ පොලිස් ස්ථානය ඉදිරියේ අපිට යම් ක්‍රියාමාර්ගයකට යන්න වෙන ජනතාවත් එක්කලා.
The National Water Supply and Drainage Board says that water tariffs will have to be increased. Chairman of the Water Board, Karunasena Hettiarachchi, stated that discussions are underway in this regard.
The chairman of the National Water Supply and Drainage Board says that the reason for the water tariff hike is the increase in costs.
When everything is increasing, only the water charges cannot remain at the same level. Discussions are currently being held to increase charges. We have to cover up our expenses and therefore a minor increase can be expected. This increase is not to earn a profit but to simply cover our expenses.
Although the National Water Supply and Drainage Board is preparing to increase the charges to cover its expenditure, the latest reports of the Finance Ministry says that the board is wasting money. The report states that although the board produces 490 million cubic meters at an annual cost of 7,471 million rupees, 151 million cubic meters, which is around 30% of the total production, is wasted. Accordingly, the Water Board loses out on a revenue of 3,550 million rupees annually. The Ministry of Finance says that if the amount of water that is wasted is minimized by following accepted standards, production costs can be reduced.
Name: Prageeth Eknaligoda. Occupation: journalist at Lanka E-News website. Date of disappearance: 24th January 2010.
අපේ තාත්තා ලෙඩෙක් එයා දියවැඩියා රෝගියෙක් එයාට ඉන්සුලින් දෙන්න ඕනේ.
එක්නැලිගොඩ ප්‍රශ්නේ අපි ඒ ගැන අපිත් කනගාටු වෙන ඒ ගණමාධ්‍යවේදී මහත්මයා තාමත් හොයාගන්න බැරි වීම ගැන.
UN Committee Against Torture.
With regard to the journalist Eknaligoda, we have actually investigated that matter very closely. Our current information is that Mr. Ekneligoda has taken refuge in a foreign country. We don't say this. It's not something that I'm saying with a tongue in my cheek. It's something that we are reasonably certain of. That and this is information that we have got through the media circles.
Former Attorney General Mohan Peris appears before the Homagama court. It has been 2 years, 5 months and 8 days since the disappearance of journalist Prageeth Ekneligoda. What happened to Ekneligoda?
Now, with just 25 days more for the 2012 Olympic Games, the Olympic torch relay travelled from Coventry to Leicester on day 45 of its 70-day torch relay today.
The Olympic flame visited the famous Coventry Cathedral on its journey of over 100 miles today. Today's 135 inspirational torchbearers included 91-year-old ping pong champion Le Darcy, who is a former 12-time European and world title holder. The flame travelled through 16 communities before reaching Leicester for evening celebrations.
In more local news, the Sri Lanka Public Health Inspectors Association states that during the course of this year, legal action has been taken against 4,456 individuals whose premises were found to have mosquito breeding places. Now, meanwhile, 75 individuals have died from dengue this year.
The Secretary of the Sri Lanka Public Health Inspectors Association, Senrath Bandara, stated that legal action had been taken against 800 individuals during the past week. The police media spokesperson SP Ajit Rohana said that 53 individuals were arrested during an inspection carried out in Colombo yesterday. Meanwhile, the Western Provincial Ministry of Health has taken steps to seek the help of the clergy to create awareness among the public to prevent the spread of dengue. Western Provincial Director of Health Services, Dr. Amal Harsha De Silva, stated that they have requested the clergy to create awareness among the public on the steps to be taken to prevent dengue during their preachings.
Now, even though there is no proper explanation about the emergence of dengue, the spread of a disease known as dengue pepper has been documented. We also know that the word dengue can be traced to the Spanish language. What this shows is that the precise details on dengue are sketchy at best. But News First, through its special daily segment on dengue, will tell you all you need to know on this deadly mosquito.
A fully grown female dengue mosquito feeds on humans in order to find nutrition for its eggs. The flying distance of a mosquito which spreads dengue is 50 to 500 meters. Stay alert not only about your home environment but also your neighborhood. Due to its short flying distance, we should be extra careful. This is because if a mosquito which spreads dengue feeds on us, it will lay eggs in our immediate environment.